Hi everyone, this is Ambarish and you are watching EduSharp. You are a graduate, you have just taken admission into a graduation course. You are a research scholar or you are a professional working in a company. If answer to any of these questions is yes, then this video is for you. Today we are going to discuss academic writing. Now you must be thinking that if it's academic writing, then it should be useful for people only in academics. No, academic writing is useful for people who are working in corporate as well. The people who are working in corporate are also required to write many letters, emails, reports to their top management. At times, they are also required to write or give PowerPoint presentations to their clients, and thus, while doing your job, it is very important to be effective. Therefore, we must know what is academic writing. Let us first start with the definition. So, the definition says that academic writing is formal way of writing a piece of paper. It is clear, concise and focused on research question. Academic writing is well structured and evidence based. The main purpose of academic writing is to aid the readers in understanding the topic. The two important terms that come out of the definition are evidence-based and formal way of writing. Let us first understand what is formal writing. Formal writing means using formal English while writing an academic article. See, there is a huge difference between the language that we use on a daily basis and the language that we use while writing an academic article. While writing an academic article, we have to use formal English. Now, formal English has certain characteristics. Some of the important characteristics of formal English includes formal tone. Now, what is the meaning of formal tone? While writing an academic article, we cannot use slangs, conversational phrases or contractions. For example, using didn't, doesn't, wouldn't, can't. Such type of shortened forms of verbs are not allowed in formal English. Similarly, linking words are also not allowed at the beginning of a sentence in formal English. For example, you cannot start a sentence using and or. Not only this, while writing an academic article, while using formal English, you cannot use I, we, you, yours. You have to write academic article in third person only. Another important feature of academic writing, or we can say formal English, is that the writers should try to write small sentences with proper meaning. You should avoid writing long sentences with complex vocabulary. The next term was evidence-based. Evidence-based is a very important term in the world of academic writing. Whatever we write should be properly based on evidences. We have to ensure that whatever logic we are giving, we have proper evidences for that. And the evidences should be authentic sources of information. Let us assume that while writing an article, we are presenting some data, fact, figures. We have to ensure that the data, fact, figure, whatever we have taken, all the data we have taken from authentic source of information. Now you must be thinking, what is authentic source of information and what are the sources that we cannot consider as authentic? So I'll give you an example. Whatever sources you find where the author's name is not clear, or you can say that there is no surety about the author, then you can say that such type of sources are not considered as authentic source of information in academic article. For example, Wikipedia. Wikipedia can be edited by anybody, and that is why Wikipedia is not considered as an authentic source of information in academic writing. Let me explain this to you with the help of an example. Let us suppose that we have written that after lockdown, unemployment rate in America was 14.7%. Now the first question arises from where we got this data of 14.7%. We cannot take this data from Wikipedia, first of all, because Wikipedia is not considered as authentic source of information. In our case, this data is taken from a newspaper called The Guardian. A newspaper article can be considered as an authentic source of information. So guys, till now, I hope that the meaning of academic writing is clear. It is formal way of writing, it is evidence-based. Now, we shall further discuss some other important characteristics of academic writing. Since we have already discussed formal English and evidence-based, we have already understood two important characteristics of academic writing. There are some other important characteristics of academic writing that we must follow. These characteristics mainly include well structured and well planned. What is well planned? Whenever we start writing an academic article, we have to ensure that we have planned what we are going to write. We cannot simply just open a document and start writing. We have to ensure that we have understood the topic or we have understood the question, then only we start writing. Whatever paragraphs we are writing should be based on the question, and we have to ensure that whatever paragraphs we are writing are answering the question. The next characteristic is well structured. When we are writing an academic article, we have to ensure that the information that we have presented is coherent. Now, this term coherent is a very important term in academic writing. Trust me guys, if you do not understand the meaning of coherent, you are going to get a lot of feedbacks for revisions. Hence, you must ensure that you understand the meaning of coherent. Now, what is the meaning of coherent? It simply says that whatever paragraphs we are writing, there should be a logical flow of information in those paragraphs. Let me explain this to you with the help of an example. Let us assume that we are writing an essay on the topic economic impact of COVID-19 on USA. Now, while writing this essay, in the first paragraph, we wrote about how lockdown happened. In the second paragraph, we started talking about the impact of lockdown, or we can say that COVID-19. In second paragraph, we wrote about unemployment. Then suddenly, in third paragraph, we started talking about leadership styles of Donald Trump, because he was the person who delayed taking the decision of lockdown and all. So we are someone who are not in favor of Donald Trump. So we started writing about leadership styles of Donald Trump. Then suddenly in the next paragraph, we again started talking about, let's say, inflation rate in USA. Now, in this manner, we are not going to get the success. First, we wrote about lockdown, then we wrote about unemployment, then suddenly we started talking about leadership style of Donald Trump, then again we came on to inflation rate. This is not coherent, and we will not get success if we write in this manner. Remember, the topic is economic impact of COVID-19 on America. It is not about leadership style of Donald Trump. So guys, till now you have understood what is academic writing. It is evidence-based, formal way of writing a piece of paper. Now, since it is evidence-based, formal way of writing a piece of paper, it is well planned, well structured, focused on the question. Therefore, there should be a step-by-step process of writing an academic article. Let us understand what are the step-by-step process of writing an academic article. Step 1. Know your question. It is very important that you know what exactly is being asked. I have seen many candidates who just take an overview of the question and start writing. It is a very wrong approach. You should understand what exactly the question is asking. You have to read the requirements file carefully and deeply. If you have understood what exactly the question is asking, then only you can answer it in a better way. If you have not read the requirement file carefully, you may miss answering some important questions. The next step is do your research and read. Now, since you know what the question is asking, you should go on Google or whatever search engine you are using and do some research and read about that question. While doing this research, you will find that there are many points which you were not aware about, and therefore it is very important to read and understand the content that you are going to write. It is not necessary that you know everything about the question. Sometimes you may know what is being asked but not completely. Hence, it is very important to read and understand the question that is being asked. The next step is make an outline. This step is really important. I have seen many candidates who skip this step. Why? Because they don't feel that it is important to note down what are the points that they need to write. Since they have already done their research, they already know what question is asking, then they think that they can directly start writing and they skip this step. They do not note down the points that they need to write. But here they make a mistake. See, academic writing is, or let's say if you are writing an academic article, it is not an activity of 2-3 minutes or let's say 2-3 hours. If you are writing a 2 to 3,000 words paper, it may take 4-5 hours or 6 hours if you are good at writing. If it is a dissertation, it may take 10 days, 15 days or a month. Hence, it is very important to make an outline and note down what are the points you are going to write. It will also help you in managing the length of your paper. At times I have also seen candidates that they consume all the word count, that is called length of the paper, in few points. If you have 4 points and you have to write around 1000 words, if you do not make an outline, what you do, you consume the entire word count in first or second point only, and you are left with only few hundred words for writing third and fourth point. And in order to avoid such situation, you should always ensure that you note down the points that you are going to write. Secondly, while doing your research, you also get many points which you are not aware about. And if you do not note down those points, you may miss writing those points. Therefore, you should always note down the points that you are going to write. The next step is prepare the first draft. Since you already know your question, you have already done your research and you have noted down the points that you need to write. Therefore, you can go for writing the first draft. The advantage of preparing the points is that you can directly start writing from the main body of the paper, because you already know the points you need to write, and hence you can write introduction later on. Step 5 is reviewing the draft and editing. The first draft is prepared, you have written all the points. Now it is the time to review it and see what are the important information that you have provided and what are the information that you want to exclude. While writing a paper, at times it happens that we have written some information which later on while reading we find that it is not important to put it. So while reviewing the draft, we exclude that information. Also, it is possible that we add some important information while reviewing the draft. The next and final step is proofreading. This is very important. I have seen many candidates who do not give importance to proofreading. But trust me guys, without proofreading, you cannot submit an academic article. It is very much possible that while writing the paper, you may have made some errors. Maybe grammar error, spelling error, or something which some kind of formatting error. So it is very important that you proofread the paper. But why normally candidates avoid proofreading? The reason is that they do not have time. If you already have your final draft prepared with you, then you normally avoid proofreading and you directly go for submission. It is a very wrong approach. You should always have some time for proofreading the paper that you have written. It is said that a man who makes a mistake and does not correct it is making another mistake. Hence, do not make a mistake. Well, these were the 6 steps of academic writing. The first step was know your question. Second step, do some research and read. Third step, plan it. Note down the points that you need to write. Fourth step, prepare the first draft. Fifth step, prepare the final draft and edit it. And sixth step, proofread it. Now We hope that you have understood what is academic writing and what are the important steps of writing an academic article. Now we should understand why academic writing is important to us. During the beginning of the video, I told you that if you are someone who has taken admission into a graduation course or you are somebody working in a corporate, it is very important for you. So we need to understand why it is important for us, why academic writing skill is needed. Well, there are different types of advantages that we get while doing academic writing. I will explain some of the important advantages, or we can say that the importance of academic writing in our life point wise. The first and most important advantage of academic writing is that it improves our communication skill. While doing academic writing, you read a lot and you research a lot. You do some research, you read it, and then you think about it, and then you write it. During this process, we improve our communication skill. A person who knows well can speak well as well, and we all know how important is speaking in our life. Hence, if we want to improve our communication skills, we should have good academic writing skills as well. Another advantage of academic writing is that it improves our critical thinking and reasoning skills. We all know that this world is a world of debate. Wherever we go, we have to be argumentative in nature. Whatever arguments we are giving, we should have proper logical reasoning behind it. Proper arguments are needed everywhere, while giving an interview, while taking an interview, while having a normal conversation within your family or within your society. And thus, we have to be very critical while speaking or while writing. And academic writing helps us in improving our critical thinking and reasoning skills. The next importance of academic writing is it helps us in understanding the target audience. In academic writing, we write the articles for different types of target audience. We may write it for our lecturer for getting some grades in our college, or at times we write it for some other students as well who can read and understand the topic with the help of our written article. And hence, while writing academic article, we understand what are the demands of the target audience. Apart from it, academic writing improves our language skills as well. Since we have already discussed that while doing academic writing, we read a lot, we research a lot, and therefore obviously it will enhance our language skills. Our vocabulary will get enhanced, our research skills will get enhanced. We have to use different type of keywords while doing research, and therefore we know from where we can get what kind of information. And therefore academic writing has many advantages in our life. So while summarizing, I can say that academic writing has many advantages for us. It improves our communication skills, it improves our critical thinking and reasoning skills, it helps us in understanding the target audience, it helps us in understanding the research skills, and it also enhances our language. So guys, this was all about academic writing. What is academic writing? What are the important steps of academic writing? What are the important features of academic writing? I hope I have been able to explain all this in this video. In case you have any doubts or any questions, you can write in the comments. I will ensure that I answer them. We shall meet again in the next video. Till then, take care and keep smiling. Thank you so much for watching.